everyone, let's create, appreciate, and F that hate. Welcome back to Nikkaflora. I hope you guys are enjoying winter so far. I love wintertime because I love sleeping and I feel a lot more rested in the cold, but maybe that's just me. For today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create a character for your dream story. This video is perfect for people who want to create characters but they don't know where to begin. I've also written more information about this on my website, Nikkaflora.com, and the title of this blog post is also the same thing as this video, how to make a character for your dream story. Feel free to click on the link in the description below to come check it out, and feel free to search through my other content too. But without further ado, let's move on to the video. Before we even get down to the nitty-gritty of making a character, the first thing to do is to review your story and your storyline. I've also included more links in the description below if you're having trouble creating a story. The reason why reviewing your story should come first is because the character you want to make is determined by what kind of story you have. I'll use an example from my How to Write the Story of Your Dreams video. For that particular story, I identified the storyline as Benji decides whether to win his ex-girlfriend back or follow his heart. This storyline I created basically describes the main character Benji, who is struggling with an ongoing conflict. Should he go back to how things were and reconcile with his ex? Or should he follow his heart and perhaps take a new and unexpected path in his life? I identified those details as the most important information that tells what the story is about. Once we have gathered that, it's time to move on to the next step. The second thing to do is to identify the character's role. A character's role basically means what part do they play in the story and what's their purpose. You can just answer these two questions and it will give you a general idea of what your character's role is. Continuing on with my previous example, I answered the two questions as Benji is the main character and the lead of the story. Also, Benji's purpose is to undergo an external and internal struggle throughout the story, and to eventually make a heart-wrenching decision. After we identified the character's role, the third thing to do is to flesh out the details and really develop your character. There are many ways to do this, but to make it easier for you, let's break it down into 3 categories. Feel free to add more along the way. Basically, I've broken it down into personality, relationships, and changes. For your character's personality, it's self-explanatory. What kind of person are they? In my story, Benji is a committed person in general. He is committed to his relationship with Marnie and has been together with her for 5 years. He is also committed to his basketball career and wants to play in the pro leagues. He is normally sensible but forgets about everything else when he's playing on the court. This has caused a lot of strain in his relationship with Marnie. As for your relationships category, what is your character's relationship to other characters? For example, Marnie is Benji's ex-girlfriend. Lyra is Benji's new friend and eventual love interest. Rai is Benji's basketball rival and Marnie's new boyfriend. Last but not least, we have the changes category. Does your character go through any changes? If the answer is yes, what are those changes? In my story, yes, Benji does go through major changes. At first, Benji continues his routine of playing basketball for most of the day. Then he comes home to Marnie and makes awkward small talk with her. He loves her, but they haven't really been making meaningful conversations like they used to. All Benji usually talks about is basketball and how the pro leagues are coming up. Marnie feels like they're drifting apart, but Benji is oblivious. One day, Benji comes home to their apartment and he finds out that Marnie and all of her stuff is gone. He finds a note from her that says, "I'm sorry, but I can't do this anymore." Benji is heartbroken and confused. He knows that they haven't been talking as much, but he didn't think that Marnie was unhappy with him. At this point in the story, Benji is starting to be aware that his relationship has been falling apart for a while. Now Benji is going through a major development. Benji decides to take the time to reflect, and he puts in the effort to figure out what went wrong. He discovers that things need to change if he's going to get Marnie back. Or if he chooses not to get her back, his life would still need to change if he wants to move on. Anyways, that is how you create a character for your dream story. I hope you enjoyed my video. Again, you can always click on the link in the description below to go check out my blog post for more information. It's the same title as this video, How to Make a Character for Your Dream Story. Join the Nikkaflora fam today by visiting nikkaflora.com and subscribe to my mailing list and follow me on my social media. Make sure to subscribe to the Nikkaflora channel and give this video a thumbs up. And click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. Feel free to comment down below on what kind of characters you guys are making, and I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of responses you guys have. I'll be back with a new video next Wednesday, but until then, let's create, appreciate, and F that hate. Bye guys!